Thank you guys so much for tuning in this week for Tuesday Tips with Fallon. This week I am going to show you how to strip paint off your wooden furniture. Step number one, you want to use citrus strip, and I'm using an old chip brush. Make sure that you don't use a foam brush because it will disintegrate. So just get an old brush and you want to apply your citrus strip really thick. I have 3 different drawers here that I'm going to go through the process so you understand, but this is the first step. The nice thing about citrus strip is that it doesn't smell. It does have a little bit of a chemical smell, but it's not nearly as bad as some of the strippers out there. So you're just going to brush it on really thick. All right, and then you're gonna let it sit. So now we're gonna go to the second drawer. Now, a few things about this second step. I have applied my citrus strip. I actually let this sit for a couple hours. You can have it sit overnight or up to 24 hours, but it's recommended at least 30 minutes that it sits. I put saran wrap over top. Again, this is not necessary if you're inside, but it is if you're like out in a humid garage or it's dry or damp or whatever. This keeps the citrus strip from drying out. So I just went ahead and did this step so that you could see that it helps and it'll help pull it off. But I'm inside in my studio, so it's not that big of a deal. I just wanted you to see the process. You want to grab a plastic putty knife and then you want to start scraping. If you use a metal one, it might dent the wood, so make sure that you use a plastic one. This can be pretty messy, so make sure you have a cloth underneath. Okay, so there's still some stubborn areas, and I will go back, apply a little bit of stripper, and then let it sit and get those areas off, which leads us to the third drawer. We're on the third drawer now, and I stripped this one once and reapplied another thin coat of the citrus strip just to get some of these smaller areas. And what we're going to do now is we're going to clean it. So I'm going to get down in these areas with my after wash. It's a paint stripper after wash. I'm going to apply it to this and scrub it with a Scotch-Brite heavy-duty scoring pad and get some of those areas and also get the stickiness off of the drawer. After the after wash has dried, I'm going to take a 220 grit sandpaper and smooth out any of the leftover imperfections. I want to make sure that the wood is nice and dry so that it's not soft. And then from there, once I am done sanding, I will vacuum it or dust it off and then grab some mineral spirits, clean it off one more time, and then we are good to paint. Thank you guys so much for tuning in this week for Tuesday Tips with Fallon. I hope that this tip on how to strip paint off furniture helps, and I will see you guys next time. Have a great week.